Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn a poem, Keeping Things Whole, written by Mark Strand. Mark Strand lived in between 1934 to 2014. He was a Canadian-born American poet, essayist, and translator. He was appointed Poet Laureate Consultant in Poetry to the Library of Congress in 1990 and received the Wallace Stevens Award in 2004. Strand was a professor of English and Comparative Literature at Columbia University from 2005 until his death in 2014. He was a minimalist poet. Here, in his poem Keeping Things Whole, in the first stanza, he says, "In a field, I am the absence of field. In a field, I am the absence of field. This is always the case. Wherever I am what is missing." Here, the poet wants to say that when he is in the field, his consciousness is not there. He finds himself missing from there. When he is standing in the field, he finds that he is sometimes at home. He finds himself that he is talking with his friend. He finds himself that he is working at somewhere else in his business place or in the town he is. But his consciousness is not at the present time in the field. His consciousness is missing from there. He is outside from that very place where he was in the present time. This he says, and he gives the message that the people of this world are like this. Wherever one is, his consciousness is not present there, but he is missing sometimes outside. My dear students, I have found most of you who are sitting here inside the classroom, I have seen in the eyes of you that some of you are playing outside, some of you are talking to your friends outside, and some of you are in your house, but your body was present in the classroom and you are missing the class. You are not present in the class. This poet also wants to say that when I am in a field, my consciousness is not there. My consciousness is flying somewhere else. And this happens all the time. This also happens to us all the time. When we are in the school, our mind is working outside on the road. We are playing in the field. We are in the ground. We are talking to our friends. This is the case all the time. We are fragmented. Our consciousness is lost. He says, this is always the case. Wherever I am what is missing. Here, in the next line, he says, in the next stanza, he says, when I walk, I part the air, and always the air moves in to fill the spaces where my body's been. When I walk, I part the air, and always the air moves in to fill the spaces where my body's been. Mark Strand wants to give the example using our body. Our body is in the air. We are in the air on this face of the earth, and where we are, our body has taken a place, and when we move ahead, removing the air from there, our body leaves the place from where it moves. There is a gap, and that gap is fulfilled by the surrounded air. The air which was surrounded our body, that gap was occupied with that very air. Mark Strand says that our mind also works like that. In our mind, when one thought is removed from there, another thought enters there. When one thought leaves our mind, there is a gap. And that consciousness is occupied with 1,000 thoughts at once. And that gap is fulfilled. And our consciousness is again lost. We are again alienated. We are again fragmented. We are scattered. And we are lost in our so many thoughts. This poet says here, when I walk, I part the air, and always the air moves in to fill the spaces where my body's been. I part the air. Sometimes we become consciousness and we try to stop our thoughts, but it is not happened all the time. Again we are lost in the so many thoughts and consciousness is broken. The poet wants to say here that at last he talks that we all have reasons for moving. I move to keep things whole. Here the poet becomes spiritualistic. Here the poet brings his consciousness, and here he thinks that we all have reason for moving. Whatsoever we are doing, when we are fragmented, when we are scattered, when our consciousness is lost, we give so many reasons that I have my family problem, that my physical health is not good, that my brother is not well, that there was a fighting in my family. There are so many reasons for the fragmentation of our consciousness. When our consciousness is not, when we are not concentrated towards our work, we give so many reasons. That's why the poet says that we are pretending. We are living in a dream world of thoughts. We go on thinking. Sometimes we go on thinking about our future. We are doing one work and we are thinking about our future. We are lost there. The concentration is broken. And for that too, we start giving reasons that I am thinking for my future. I am building my careers. I am thinking about my future. In the class you are present, your body is present and your mind is playing outside. And if I ask you, you can start giving the reasons. That my friend disturbed me. That I have quarreled with my friends. I have a row with my friends, and so many reasons are behind you. The poet says, we all have reasons for moving, for our disturbances, for the alienation of our consciousness. We start giving a suitable reasons for that. We start searching a reason and we put ahead. But this poet says, no, I move to keep things whole. I think this poet says that I don't give so many reasons. I look a thing in its wholeness, in its consciousness. I don't want to be fragmented. At last he comes to the consciousness. When we are conscious, we start looking things in the wholeness. We start looking things in its completeness, in its completion. The poet says that if we are not disturbed by our thoughts, then we are conscious. We are centered towards ourselves. And we can do anything with our consciousness, with our concentration, and that work is completed in its nice way. We can achieve the goal. But if we are fragmented, if we are disturbed, we cannot complete the work in its integrity, in its completion, in its fineness. This happens to everyone in this world. He says, I move to keep things whole. I look everything in its consciousness. Not by breaking it, but by joining it in its unity. In its unity, the poet looks everything. And unity can be brought only when the consciousness is at one place, when the consciousness is at present time, at present place. If you are at one place and your consciousness moves to the other place, then the work cannot be taken into its unity, into its integrity, or in its completion. It is fragmented, it is disturbed, which the poet says, this happens to every people of this very world, but this is not good. I move to keep things whole. When he says that I move to keep things whole, he wants to say that we all should see everything. We all should work with our consciousness, looking the things into its unity, into its integrity, into its completion. Then only we can do our work in a better way. Otherwise we give the futile reasons for the fragmentation. Okay, my dear students, the poet has described this much in his few words, and I have tried my best to make you understand. Read it and listen it many times so that you can understand it. I have put some summary of it in this very videos, so you can listen that and you can read that. Thank you.